No, actually, Amazing was the first song probably that was written for this project. Wasn't necessarily intentionally to start the process of writing this project. It was a track that was sent to me about 4 or 5 years ago from a producer from I think at that time, I don't know if he was living in LA or if he was in New Orleans, but I met him in New Orleans. And so he gave me the track or told me he wanted to send me a track. He did. And I heard it and I was like, I don't know when I'm going to be able to use this. I was like, and I was signed, to labels and stuff then, but I just felt like it wasn't the right time. And so I said, if you just let me hold on, to this track and don't give it to anybody else. I said, I promise you when the time is right, I'm going to do something with it. And, so I started writing the song. It's weird because my writing process is not conventional in the sense I don't usually have pen and paper. It's either I could be sleeping and I dream, not even words, but just more so like a vision of what is happening. So I see a visual before I see the song, if that makes sense. I usually don't write to tracks. I usually write to a lot of nature sounds and white noise and because again, I'm not hearing or seeing the music, I'm seeing the visual of it. And so, for when I was writing Amazing, I kind of saw myself almost in what we would classify like AA, but like AA for a sinner, like this place that I finally get to where I'm willing to admit that I have all these symptoms, and that I've been taking a lot of pills and, resources to try to fill the void of these symptoms, but they don't work. I need something else. I need something final. I need something, better. And I always say, we go to Sinners Anonymous because we're never really fully free from it, but we're a work in progress continuously. And that's kind of what my healing journey has been. And so The Cure, was somewhat idealistically was somewhat thought of as what the final would be on what this project is, so when I first initially kind of heard it, my friend and I, we kind of, talked about it and we was running ideas and stuff, back and forth with each other. I thought it would be the final song, to The Cure. And so we had written the part that's actually on Amazing to go with The Cure, but then it just didn't turn out to be that way because I said, even after you figure out what The Cure is, it's still up to you after that to maintain it. And so I felt like the visual for the song needed to be that in the middle somewhere. I figured out that I needed something else. I figured out that I needed a cure, but now the next few songs is still the continuation of my life to where I have to maintain the cure that I found. I can't just, go back to the pills. I have to keep going on the cure. So it was very, like I said, this was the most intentional project. Intentional meaning when I finally figured out that this is what it was going to be, that I was very intentional about every placement of every song, every lyric, making sure that from one song to the next, that it was cohesive, that it was one story, one thought pattern, one vision. But it wasn't ever supposed to be a project. It was just supposed to be my bullet points and the things that God was kind of giving to me while I was going on a healing journey. I do a lot of my studio sessions on my own because I like to just kind of be centered into my own space and not have to worry about, funny enough, I get very, very shy and weird around a lot of other people. So I don't just like to be in the studio. Like I said, it's usually just me and my engineer. I don't even like my producers to be in the studio with me. I like to, produce, kind of go in there and vocally produce myself for that same reason. But I will say that, all of my sessions are fairly funny, because I get into character, so there's times I'll show up, in a full, get up, full outfit or, heels or something. Engineers looking like, what are you doing? And I'm just like, I gotta be in the space. I gotta be in the space. And so when I did the 2 songs, when I did, 3 actually, when I did Something Something, when I did Big G.O.D., when I did, wow, it's all of my up-tempo songs. So it's Your Fault, Big G.O.D., Something Something, the one you just did, You Should Know By Now. It's this character that I take on, so she's a little, snazzy and, snippy. She gonna get you together, you know what I mean? So it's all of that. The next, so when I'm singing, I'm doing all that. I ran into this man today, go on and ask me to, I'm doing all of the characterization for me to get into the space. So I wear hoops, I got on my blue ghetto girl lipstick, whatever it is that I need to do just to get into the character of what needs to be done. I just want people to get the project. I think anything that ails you is in The Cure. So go and get The Cure, my Cure. You can find it if you go to any of my pages. It's Latice Crawford. I know y'all like Latrice, but she ain't me. She cool, but she ain't me. Okay, Latice Crawford.